Hello and welcome to Chair Yoga at the Y with Sue. Let's sit up nice and tall in our chairs. Hopefully you get a nice big one that hopefully doesn't have arms. Find your feet flat on the floor. Ideally, your hips and your knees should be parallel with each other. You're going to sit up nice and tall. Really feel into the sits bones connecting with the chair. Feel the ground beneath your feet. Letting go of whatever it took to get you here this morning. And take a nice deep inhale, lengthen up through the crown of the head. Take the shoulders up to the ears. And on the exhalation, release the shoulders back down into their neutral position. Soften the fingers in the lap or wherever they happen to land. Soften the muscles of the face. Let's take a moment to notice how we're feeling in our physical bodies. Scanning yourself mentally from the bottoms of your feet, moving slowly towards the crown of your head. Let your awareness linger in any places you may be holding tightness, or any places you may have had an injury in the past, perhaps. Let the breath linger and explore. Offer those places compassion and gratitude and invite them to soften and release. And invite the breath to lengthen and deepen, softening the lower belly. Breathing in, breathing out. Complete inhales and deep exhales. You're going to sink a little more deeply inward. Noticing how you're feeling on an energetic level. Notice how you're feeling on an emotional level without judgment. Simply labeling whatever it is you're feeling this morning through your awareness without attachment. And as you're ready, beginning to invite some gentle movement into the neck, beginning to draw circles in the air with the nose. You can make these circles as small or as large as you'd like. Consciously releasing and relaxing any tightness or tension you may encounter in the neck, reversing those circles when it feels right to you. And letting that movement go and bringing the gaze back to neutral. We're going to bring the left arm down to the side. Let it completely relax down at your side. Then we're going to inhale. We're going to reach straight back behind us. And then on the exhalation, drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. On your next inhale, twisting the hand as though someone's gently twisting your arm, the thumb starts to move towards the back of the wall, any amount. And on the exhalation, turning the thumb up and then downward, any amount, the bottom of the shoulder blade moves away from the spine, perhaps coming all the way up to the top of the shoulders, the neck on the left side. Inhale, rotating that left arm again. And exhale, reverse. And inhale back to neutral, taking a moment to notice how you're feeling on the right and the left sides of your shoulder. Inhale, right arm comes straight down and back, first letting it release and relax. And then on the inhalation, reach it back. As you're reaching down, as though you're reaching for something that's behind you, except sitting up nice and tall. Exhale and turn the thumb down, drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Inhale, rotate the arm, thumb comes forward and then up any amount, bottom of the shoulder blade moves in toward the spine. Exhale, rotate that thumb down and back, just to a place that feels good to you, noticing any sensations you're feeling on the right side of the neck. Inhale, lift that thumb. And exhale, coming back to center. I'm going to bring the hands to heart center. Nice deep inhale, lengthen up on the exhalation. Press the palms forward. Fingertips may touch. Inhale, back to center, interlace the fingers. Exhale, press the palms forward, stretching the fingers. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, press. Inhale, center. Exhale, press and take the fingers apart. Inhale, up. And perhaps the hands, fingers reach up toward the ceiling. Soften the shoulders, down the back. Pressing down into the sits bones, reaching up long through both sides of the body. Next exhalation, drop the right arm down. Inhale, lift the left arm up and over to the right. Breathing here, keeping the left hip grounded. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left arm comes down. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, reach up and over to the side. Breathing here. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale to cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, shoulder blades move in toward the spine. Press the elbows back. If it feels good, lift the heart. Keep the belly in. Perhaps the gaze goes up a little bit. Breathing here. Exhale, forearms move in, shoulder blades move away from the spine. Perhaps the fingers point forward, elbows in towards the chest. Inhale back out to goal posts, perhaps lifting the heart, perhaps gazing up a little bit more. Keeping the chin slightly tucked. Next exhalation, hands come together, elbows move in towards the chest, forearms towards each other, shoulder blades move away from the spine. Inhale, back up to cactus, neutral spine. Exhale, hands float down towards the floor, taking your time here. We're going to activate the outer arm muscles. Inhale, keep the hands soft. Imagine that you have strings attached to the backs of your wrists. Exhale, let them float down for the length of the breath. Again, taking your time, feeling the warmth coming into your arms. Inhale up. Exhale down, as though you're flying in slow motion. Next time your arms come up, reach as high as is comfortable for you. On your exhalation, twisting towards the left, arms float down any amount for the length of the breath, straight out from the shoulders. Inhale from the belly, unwind back to center. Exhale, twisting the opposite direction, hands floating down any amount. Inhale, center. 2 more times to each side, following your breath. And letting that movement go, hands float down towards the floor. We're going to do the monkey stretch. Inhale, begin to lift the right arm up towards the armpit as the left arm reaches down towards the floor. Keeping some length in the spine though, and we're not really trying to reach towards the floor. Just imagine lifting down, reaching down as you lift the right side, the right ribs away from the right hip. Inhale, slowly come back to center, right arm releases. Exhale, begin to shift the left arm up the side body, right arm reaches towards the floor. Again, left ribs lifting away from that left hip. Breathing here. And inhale back to center. We're going to release the hands to the knees and begin to lift and lower the knees any amount. Being mindful of sitting up nice and tall, keeping the center muscles activated. And we'll let that movement go. We're going to lift, inhale, lift the left arm and place it outside any amount. Exhale, bring it back beneath the knee, in line with the hip. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it back. 2 more times. And release, noticing how your hips are feeling, left to right. Inhale, right hip out, foot out to the side, any amount. Exhale, bring it back. Inhale, lift and step. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift and step. Exhale, back. Inhale, lift and step. Exhale, back. And 2 more times, following your breath. And meet me back in center. We're going to bring the knees and feet together. Sit up nice and tall. Right hand comes to the opposite knee. Inhale, lift. And on the exhalation, twisting from the belly towards the left. Perhaps the left hand reaches behind your chair for support. Keeping that length in the spine, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Breathing here. Nice deep inhales, deep complete exhales. And on your next deep exhale, unwind back to center, left hand to right knee. Inhale, lengthen, and on the exhalation, twisting towards the right. Perhaps right hand reaches back behind the chair, perhaps the gaze goes over the right shoulder. Breathing here. And inhale to unwind. We're going to exhale, step the feet a little wider than hips width apart, anywhere that's comfortable for you. Perhaps bringing the buttocks a little bit forward in the chair. We're going to take hold of our imaginary kettle spoon, really plant the feet, bring some weight into the heels, feel that relationship with the ground beneath you, nice and tall. Take hold of your imaginary kettle spoon and let's begin to stir the pot, shifting the shoulders around the center, your center line, keeping the back nice and long, keeping the hips planted and square. You can begin to reach farther as it feels right to you. Reversing as you're ready. And letting that movement go and bringing the hands to your hips, right where your thighs and your hips meet. Sitting up nice and tall. Lengthen up on the exhalation. Bring the heart forward, keeping the spine long. Pelvis tilts in line with the rest of the spine. Coming just to your place of ease. Nice stretch. Think about the tailbone reaching back towards the back of the seat of the chair. Down towards the seat of the chair. Think about lengthening through the lower back. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twisting towards the left and hinging forward. Again, chest is lifted. Perhaps the right hand provides some gentle traction on the right thigh. Pressing down, feeling a nice stretch in the hip flexors. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hinging to the right. Left hand perhaps pressing down into the left thigh bone, breathing here. And inhale back to center. We're going to come into a flow here. Inhale, lifting your hands up. On the exhalation, we're going to bring hands down to heart center. Inhale, lengthen up, and on the exhalation, twisting and hinging. Just imagine that you're going to try to bring the right elbow towards the left knee, but not really. Any amount. Think about a nice broad opening in the back body. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, hinging in the opposite direction. Think about reaching left elbow to right thigh, or opposing elbow to opposing thigh. Breathing here, inhale back to center. And exhale, heel, toe the feet back to hips width. And we're going to bring the arms up. Sitting in chair, literally. Inhale, right foot comes forward. Exhale, arms to cactus. Inhale, arms up, press the left foot forward. Exhale, arms to cactus. Inhale, press the right foot forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, left foot forward. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, press the right foot forward, arms up. Exhale, keep that hand there as you lower the arms down. If you'd like a little more challenge here, begin to circle out the arms. You can let that foot float down towards the floor at any time if you're feeling it's a little bit intense. Reversing the direction of the circles. And inhale, arms up, exhale, right foot comes down. Inhale, left foot comes out, exhale, arms come down, begin to circle the arms. Really feeling this motion originating from deep within the shoulder socket. Right foot is planted, left heel pressing forward. Perhaps reversing when you're ready. And exhale, arms come down and left foot plants beneath the left knee. We're going to inhale the left knee into the chest. Sit up nice and tall, bringing it in. If it's available to you to place that ankle across the right thigh, do so. Otherwise, simply bring the knee wherever it is comfortable for you. Perhaps the ankles cross at the bottom. We're going to inhale, lengthen up. On the exhalation, we're going to hinge forward. Any amount from the hips, keeping the chest lifted. Keep the feet, both feet flexed. Right foot is planted on the floor. Inhale, come up. On the exhalation, twisting in a direction away from the bent knee. Exhale, reach. Perhaps your opposite arm reaches away. Breathing here. And inhale, center. And exhale, twisting in the other direction. And reach, perhaps. Holding on to the bottom of the chair for support. Breathing here. And inhale back to center. Exhale, uncross, and go ahead and bounce the thighs. Noticing any difference you're feeling in your lower body between the right and the left sides. Bring the opposite knee in towards your chest, sitting up nice and tall. Nice stretch of the hamstring here. Left foot is planted on the floor. As you're ready, perhaps bringing the right ankle on top of the left knee, right above, right at the base of the thigh, or if you need to, leave it down on the floor above the other ankle. Inhale and lengthen up, and on the exhalation, hinging forward any amount. Breathing here. And inhale back to center. Exhale, twisting away from the bent knee, perhaps placing a hand on the seat of the chair and reaching in the opposite direction of the bent knee. Breathing here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist towards that bent knee, perhaps reaching. And inhale back to center. And exhale, release. We're going to bring the hold on to the bottom of the chair, and we're going to walk the knees to the right. I'm going to have you walk them all the way to the right. Place your right hand on the left knee. Sit up nice and tall. And on the exhalation, begin to twist. Think about providing some gentle traction with this hand on the inside thigh. Breathing here. And inhale back to neutral. From here, we're going to bring the feet to the opposite side. Same thing here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twisting, providing some gentle traction on the inside thigh. And inhale back, facing the side. We're going to stay here. I'm going to have you take the inside leg, bring that hip right to the edge of the chair. Make sure your front foot is planted and drop the inside knee down onto the floor. Perhaps you're holding onto the chair for support. If it's available to you to walk that back foot straight back, nice stretch of the psoas here. Go ahead and do that. Otherwise, staying up on the toes or planting the foot with the hip open is always available to you. We're going to take the inside arm, the arm that's closest to the front of the chair. We're going to inhale, lengthen up, and on the exhalation, I'd like you to move that arm back any amount and then flex the wrist so that the palm of the hand moves towards the back wall. And inhale, bring it back. Exhale, open. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, open and flex the palm. Inhale, bring it back. And exhale, release that arm down. We're going to bring the feet back together and then move briefly to find our center. And checking in with yourself, notice any difference you feel between the right and the left sides of your body. Notice any shifts you may feel since you began your practice. Notice any physical sensations. Notice any thoughts or emotions which may have snagged your attention, just letting them go without judgment or attachment. And then coming to the opposite side, same thing here. Bring the inner hip to the edge of the chair and drop the inner foot down, planting that front foot, Perhaps holding on to the back of the chair with the outside arm, the arm that's closest to the back of the chair. Perhaps pressing the inside foot back, finding that stretch in the front hip flexors, the psoas. Perhaps just bracing your toes on the floor, or perhaps placing the foot flat with just the hips open as much as is comfortable for your body. It's completely up to you. Inside arm comes straight forward. We're going to inhale here, nice and tall. Exhale, bring that arm out and back any amount, flexing the wrist so the palm opens towards the side wall. Inhale, back to center. Reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, come forward. One more time, exhale. And inhale. And exhale, release that hand down. And we're going to bring ourselves back to our seats. And we're going to circle out the wrists. And reversing. And then we'll come into our sit to stands, moving the hips, the heels back beneath the knees. Sit up nice and tall. Your hands can be on the knees, or they can be at your heart center, or you can use the chair for support. We're going to come into a chair pose on our feet. Halfway, we're going to come out of the chair halfway. And I'll just demonstrate. We're going to inhale, hinge forward. On the exhalation, press into your seat, come halfway up. Inhale, sit back down with as much control as is available to you, and then exhale, release your weight to the chair completely. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, come halfway up, lengthening through the crown of the head, keeping the spine in its neutral position. Inhale to sit, exhale, release. Inhale, hinge, exhale, press. Inhale, sit, exhale, release. 3 more times. Inhale, hinge, exhale, press. Inhale, sit, exhale, release. Inhale, lean, exhale, press. Inhale, sit, exhale, release. Inhale, hinge, exhale, press. Pausing here, and exhale, coming to standing. We're going to soften the knees, hands on the hips, and begin circling out the hips. Aloha, aloha, reverse direction. Aloha, aloha, and we're going to bring the seat of the chair so that it's facing you. I'm going to put it here so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to remember that the chair is always here for you whenever you need it. If you would like to stay seated in the chair, everything that we do here can be done just sitting in the chair. We're going to begin by simply rocking the weight of our body from toe to heel, feeling into our feet. And you can sync this movement up with your breath any way that you'd like, perhaps inhaling as you come forward onto the toes, if that's available to you. Exhale, releasing the heels down. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, and exhale down. And we're going to find our feet roughly hips width apart, anywhere that's comfortable for you, toes pointing roughly forward, coming to a stillness where you feel an equal distribution of weight between the left and the right foot. And checking in with your posture, navel's moving in toward the spine, crown of the head lifts, shoulders relax down the back, chin is slightly tucked. We're going to inhale and lift the arms up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and bring the arms down to the seat of the chair. We're going to step the feet back so that they're beneath the hips. And take a nice inhale here, lengthen up through the crown of the head. And on your exhalation, we're going to press the hips back any amount. If you start to go, you might want to step back if you notice the hips going too far back behind your feet. You want to keep your heels right beneath the hips. So just move back. It'll be different for everyone. Using the chair as your support. Let your head get heavy here. Press the tailbone towards the back of the room. Feeling a nice stretch throughout the length of the spine. Breathing here. You're going to inhale, come up, and then exhale, step the right foot forward. And then we're going to bring the right arm up as well. I'd like you to stretch and reach as you're holding on to the chair, lengthening. You feel that nice length perhaps from the right fingertips down through the left toes, perhaps coming up onto the left toes if that's available to you. Next, exhalation. Here, take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, bring that inside knee, the knee that's the left knee, and the right elbow towards each other, any amount. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee and elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee and elbow. You can do this while you're in the chair as well. Simply doing knee to opposing elbow. Same thing if you're in the chair. And then on your next exhalation, releasing down, we're going to step back and once again come into that forward fold. This is a chair supported down dog. Being mindful if it's not comfortable for you to get the head beneath the heart, no need to let it come down that far. And then inhale, step the opposite foot forward. Perhaps coming up onto the back toes. Inhale, reach that arm, same side arm, supporting yourself on the chair. Next exhalation, knee and elbow come in towards each other, opposing knee and elbow. For me right now, it's my right and left. It's okay if you reverse the sides because we always do both sides. So just making sure that you're balancing out by left and right, opposing arm and leg. One to each side with your breath. And next inhale, pause here, and then exhale. Step that left foot back. Inhale, head up, and exhale, forward fold. Resting chair. Great. And inhale, take a step. Take as many steps as you need to come right to the chair. And then slowly stacking the vertebrae up, coming to standing. We're going to flip the chair around so we have the back of the chair available if we need it. Having it to one side, coming to your standing mountain. Inhale, shift your center line towards the chair. Whatever foot is towards the chair. We're going to step the opposite foot out, just coming up onto the toes. Inhale, outside arm, the arm that's farthest away from the chair, comes out. Next, inhale, press into the standing foot and lift that opposite leg out to the side. Begin to circle the ankle. And reversing. And exhale, slowly come back to standing. Inhale, shift and reach. Exhale, arm comes out to the side. If you'd like a little more challenge, bend the outside leg and place it on the inside leg, just below the knee, perhaps on the calf or on the ankle, or if it's too much, feel free to also just leave the toes on the floor. Broaden across the collarbones. Finding a focal point on the wall in front of you can support you in finding balance. Perhaps the other arm comes out and you find your expression of a tree. Breathing here. And inhale, reach, and exhale, step out wide and shake it out. And we'll bring the chair to the opposite side. This time as you inhale, gather all the mass of your body mentally into your hips, and on the exhalation, dump it down into the foot closest to the chair. Opposite foot reaches out to the side, coming to the toes, keeping the hips aligned. Next inhalation, opposite arm comes out. Next inhale, press into the standing foot and lift the opposite one out and up. Any amount, begin circling the ankle. If you'd like a little more challenge, go ahead and let go of the chair. Reverse direction of the circles of the ankle. And exhale, release down to standing. Inhale, arm and outside arm and outside leg, lift and reach. Exhale, release, just step out the toes. Inhale out and hold here, perhaps bending the outside leg, placing the bottom of the outside foot on the inside calf, or perhaps the toes touch the floor at any amount that is right for you. Coming to your tree, perhaps letting go of the chair. Breathing here. Inhale, lift and exhale. Step out wide and shake it out. And we'll come back to our chairs. And ready for Savasana. Settling the weight of your body back into the chair. Go ahead and release as much of the weight as possible. Feeling welcomed and supported by the chair beneath you. Bring the arms out to the side. Inhale, reach, and exhale. Wrap your arms around your shoulders. Give yourself a nice hug here, perhaps twisting a little bit from side to side, offering yourself positive thoughts and loving kindness. Inhale, open. Exhale, give yourself a hug. Opposite arms cross, perhaps lifting and lowering the ribs from side to side. And meeting me back and center. Inhale, open and reach back. And exhale, release the hands to the lap. Soften the muscles of the face. And feeling into the bottoms of your feet, offering them gratitude for holding you up all day. Invite them to soften and relax. And bring that loving awareness up through the ankles and the calves. Softening through the knees, the large muscles of the legs. Releasing through the hips and the lower body, softening the front of the belly, inviting ease and peace to suffuse your heart center. Inviting softness into the chest and shoulders, relaxation flowing down each arm to the tip of each finger. Letting go of any excess effort in the neck. Soften the muscles of the brow and the cheeks. The jaw releases. The eyes may close and sink back into their sockets. Allowing the breath to return to its natural rhythm. Trusting that you've done all that needs to be done. And that I will be here to call you back. Begin to bring some awareness back to the room. Perhaps deepening the breath, inviting small movements in, perhaps rocking the head gently side to side or up and down. Wiggling fingers and toes, circling out wrists and ankles. If it feels good, reaching up and back, give your body a nice full stretch. Releasing hands to your lap. I'd like to offer a reading from W.E.B. Du Bois. Lord of the springtime, Father of flower, field and fruit, smile on us in these earnest days when the work is heavy and the toil wearisome. Lift up our hearts to the things worthwhile. Sunshine and night, the dripping rain, the song of the birds, books and music, and the voices of our friends. Lift up our hearts to these this day and grant us peace. Hands may come to heart center. Eyes may flutter open. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Thank you for being here. Namaste.